How much are you looking forward to a competitive game at Ibrox such as this?
I'm really excited for it. I got a nice feel for it on Sunday in the friendly against Wigan. And it's something I'm really excited to experiencing.
What will it do for you in terms of a benefit playing in such a big crowd and maybe hammering home the message how big a club this is?
When you're playing in front of 50,000+, I think you have to perform. There's a lot of demand in terms of expectations. So in terms of benefiting me for the future, I think that will.
You talked about demands and expectations, and of course the manager said after the game about standards and expectations as well. Do you feel that message has got through to the players about what's expected going forward?
I think what's expected of us when we play at home is we're expected to be aggressive and on the front foot. And we've been told that's the game plan, to go into all the games that we play at home, take the game to the opponents as well. So,
what's it been like for you so far? You had a taste of it a bit so far, but in terms of what you hope to gain from this, what can you expect?
I think in terms of personal gain, I'd like to get as much game time as I can. I think it's an important season to add numbers to my game in terms of output, like goals and assists, and get back to enjoying my football. I think Rangers has all the foundations there to improve me as a player, and get back to enjoying football again.
These games have got so much pressure or expectancy on them. We just try to make strides again, get back into that stage of European competition. How do they compare to games you've been in? Are these the biggest games you've been involved in as a young player so far?
Yeah, I'd say so. I'd say for each loan spell that I've been on so far, I've always taken the next step forward. Starting off in League One, Championship, and then going to the Bundesliga. But I think this is a different experience. Playing in front of 50,000, playing in Europa League. It's a totally different experience and one that I'm looking forward to.
You get a sense of that expectation already. You're only in the door a few days, but you get that sense of pressure that what the fans expect from the team this season.
Yeah, I think everybody knows what a big club Rangers is, and the expectations that come with that. And I think the players are going to go out there every week, especially me, and give 110% every game.
You've had a wee bit of game time and training with the players now. Are you confident that there's a squad that can be successful this season?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of strength and depth in the squad. I think every player is capable of going performing every week. So I don't think anybody's got positions sealed in the team. You have to keep going training well every week and performing at weekends.
So your main aim at the moment is to try and seal that spot in the starting lineup?
Yeah, I'm just concentrating on my own game. Making sure my performance is good, and then getting wins is the main thing at the end of that. So
you mentioned the expectation. Are you the kind of player that enjoys a big stage, that looks to thrive in front of big crowds and big audiences?
Yeah, I'd say thinking playing in my making my Bundesliga debut last season in front of 70,000 at the Allianz Arena was a big big achievement. It's a big experience as well. So I think I took that experience, and it's a stage now that playing at Ibrox in front of 50,000+ every week is something I'm willing to relish.
You sat next to a man who's played in perhaps the biggest stages of them all. What has he said to you about big European nights and the composure and the mentality going into them?
We've just been told to go and express ourselves, be aggressive, take the game to them. I think when we played them in the first leg, we played in a way which would get the get the result that we could take back to Ibrox. I think this game will be a totally different experience to what we had in the first leg.
Stephen, what do you expect again from the opposition, given you had a look at them last week and you have that lead?
I think reading between the lines, I think the opposition are very confident. I don't think they've had many positive words to say about us. But we can't control what they say and how they're feeling and the position they're in. My focus is how Ryan feels and how the rest of the squad feel going in tomorrow. We're confident, we can't wait for the game. We're looking forward to a special atmosphere. And the stage is set for us to go and play how we're capable of playing. Made it very clear to the players of the weekend what Ibrox wants to see from us, in possession, out of possession. So the players will know the game plan very clear, and now all they've got to do is go and deliver. Need to forget about what happened in the first leg. This game will look totally different. We need to forget about the scoreline and think we've got any kind of advantage, and go toe-to-toe with this opposition. If we do, and we play to our level, I'm very confident we'll get the right result.
Is it an extra motivation given what they're saying as well? Does that help us?
Not really. No, my focus is about us. My job's to prepare us, and my team and my players. We'll always be respectful to opponents individually and collectively here at Rangers. And we'll go and do what we're capable of doing. We can't control what comes out of opposition camps or teams. We just focus on what we're doing here.
You referred to it there in terms of what you had to say after the game, what you said to your players at half-time about setting standards and about being at a certain level. Have you had the reaction from it? You certainly got the reaction in the second half. Have you had the reaction since then in training?
They've been excellent. They've been excellent since half-time against Wigan, and I think the majority of pre-season and a lot of the games have been excellent as well. And so far they've delivered in terms of results, but it's a long season. My job's to make sure that standards don't slip, no complacency sets in. No matter who we're playing, if there's a paying public coming to watch Glasgow Rangers, we've got a responsibility that we turn up and perform and give everything we've got.
Do you think it was important to get that message out early and still pre-season to make sure that everyone was in no uncertain terms?
For sure, yeah. 100%, yeah.
Do you think it helps as well? Because sometimes it can go either way.
Well, I think the most important thing for me is the players knew themselves. After the game in the dressing room, going along, talking to them and chatting to them, and I can hear them speaking between themselves, and they know that the first half performance against Wigan wasn't good enough. It was short of what's expected here, and they know if they turn up and perform like that and they wait for teams and we're second best and we're disjointed and we're all over the place, teams will get points off us or knock us out of competitions. So the good thing for me is that the players knew it themselves.
Is that encouraging then going forward?
Yeah, it tells me that they want to improve, that they want the standards to be higher, and they're starting to understand, the responsibility of playing for this football club. That, what's gone before us is top football teams who've been successful. This is a club full of history and tradition, and when you sign up to it, you buy into it, that you've got to try and keep your standards as high as possible.
There's been a lot of praise given so far about the way the team's sort of set up defensively, the 5 clean sheets through the pre-season. Is the challenge now for you to add players in terms of attacking sense and getting the guys to be perhaps sharper in the final third?
Well, I think it's very important to have the right base. To be successful, it's very important that you defend well and you've got a strong spine. I'm very confident the attacking players we've got and the attacking players we've now added to the squad recently can certainly help us with the cutting edge and the quality in the final third. But we're still very early into the season, and you always know that the sharpness in front of goal and the magic in the final third is always the stuff that comes a bit later. But what defending well does and keeping clean sheets is it gives you a chance in any football match. So we're very confident in our attacking players that the goals will flow eventually. But yeah, I think we're in a good place in terms of how new we all are, and we're still getting used to each other, and it's still early days, so we're very happy.
You've obviously been busy in the transfer market. You get a bigger squad now. Do you feel like you've got options now that you can play in different manners, different styles if required?
Well, I think we're a different team and we're a different squad from last year in terms of strength and depth. We've tried to move people on, and we've tried to add quality, and we've tried to add players that are hungry and players that are capable of delivering under pressure, and with that expectation, as Ryan mentioned before. So the idea is to try and have 2 good players in every position, and we're not far away from that. It's no secret that we're trying to add a couple more pieces to the jigsaw, but I think what you'll find now watching Rangers is that we're a different team from last year. We'll have a different bench, and we'll also have options that don't even make the 18. That tells me that we're healthy and that we're good and that we've got a good, strong group of players.
What about mentality? Has that changed in the teams last season? squad's accused of not being able to react to?
Well, I only know what I've seen from day one. I didn't know the mentality from last year, and I only know the mentality of the clubs that I've played for and been involved with, so it's a difficult question for me to answer. But what I can assure you is the mentality will be strong this year, because I'll only have players and characters that want to fight, that want to win, and that are hungry to come and play football. And yes, I want them to enjoy it, and I want them to be free and express themselves, but I want winners all over the pitch, and I want winners on my bench, and I want winners who are pushing the people that are in front of them. That for me means you've got a good mentality in the group.
It's been a very busy schedule over the past few weeks. Do you feel like that's helped the team gel together?
Yes, but the gelling will carry on. We're still working on the team spirit and the atmosphere in the group, but at the moment the players look like they're enjoying themselves, they're buying into what we're trying to do. We'll never complain about having a busy schedule, because it tells me that we're doing well and we're winning games. So it's the busy schedule that we are looking for, and it's the reason why we want a big squad and 2 good players in each position, so we can handle the workload and the volume of games. I think one thing that the players have to get their head round is that there'll be times when they start in certain games, and then there might be one where they miss out, and then I can't pick the same 11 players for 50, 60 games. So we need to have the right characters to know when they're needed, and when they need to deliver.
Given the way that the season's gone so far, the results, the way that the Europa League draw has opened up in a sense, where does the group stage come into your thinking? Is that a target?
Doesn't. Of course it's a target, or it's got to be a target from the beginning, but we focus on tomorrow night. Tomorrow night's going to be a difficult game for us. It's going to be a test. I think they're very confident coming into the game, and they have got threats within the group, as I mentioned last week. So we'll need our A game tomorrow to get qualification, and then we worry about the next opposition. But there's no talk of the next group stage, and there's no talk of reaching the groups until we actually get there.
You said the weekend you're on a rush to, as you say, bring in these new signings. Has there been any progress this week in that front?
No, not at the moment, no.
As I said to Ryan, you've played on some of the biggest European stages, the biggest world stages that there are. What do you feel you can pass on to the players from your time as a player, now that you're in charge of this group of young men?
Well, it's not about me. I won't be playing, so I think what I've got to do is give them the best preparation possible, and use my experience in the competition to maybe pass on to the boys in terms of what to expect or what to be careful for. But now it's about these lads. These lads have got to go out and deliver and perform, and they should be relishing these opportunities. The chance to be at Ibrox in front of a full house with a top crowd urging them on. If you're a top player, that should get your juices flowing. That should excite you. I wish I was playing in it. That was always my mentality as a player, grasp this opportunity, because the chance to play in Europa League and Champions League, it's difficult, so enjoy it.
Stephen, do you have to be, in terms of recruitment there, you're just saying you're wanting to get some in, but do you have to be patient? Can you be patient? Is it quality over quantity?
Definitely quality, that's always we want here, quality footballers. We don't just want numbers and volume, otherwise we'd have just kept everyone here. We want the right players that are going to come in and deliver and perform. So yeah, I suppose you've got to be patient and wait for the right people. We know our targets, we know what we're going after, and we're aware that there's not long left in the transfer window, so hopefully we can get them over the line, the ones that we're trying to bring in.
Do you think the fact that the English window shuts earlier, will that help you in a way? Do you think? How do you think the dynamics will work out?
Well, I wasn't in this seat last year when it was the old routine, so it's a difficult one for me to answer, but I've got no problems with it shutting when it does. It's the rules we've known for a long time when it's going to be shut, so we've had more than enough time to get sorted and get ready, and I'm confident we will be.
How's the squad looking in terms of injuries? Any other updates on that front?
Lee Wallace still be missing, Jordan Rossiter will still be missing, Graham Dorans will still be missing, Declan John will still be missing, Scott Arfield's fit and available. I think that's us.
Sadiq's still a couple of weeks yet for being fit?
I think it's difficult to put a time on when he'll be 100% sharp and match fit, but I think he'll take confidence from his cameo at the weekend. You can see glimpses of the player that we all want to be here. So, but yeah, he's a little bit further down the chain. he's one that we'll manage and put in at the right times.